What up, though? I am Jay the Gentleman. That's at JAI the Gentleman on IG and Facebook. This is a new episode of Dear Black Gay Men Live. It's still our short, bullshit-free step out of our comfort zone to talk everything important in Black gay culture. This episode has been highly requested. I'm getting my script together, y'all, so bear with me. But this episode has been highly requested. We're having issues. It's always something. Either way, it's a new season of Dear Black Gay Men Live. So that means more sex talk, more pettiness, and more of everything Black gay culture. Today is a show, like I said, that was highly requested. We've talked tops and bottoms and to the verse girls, but one thing holds true. The girls like a man with meat. So today we're discussing if size actually matters or if it's a vibe on a show that we are calling Big Dick Energy Explained. Now, let's get into the episode. So we're going to clear some stuff up. I'm going a little off script, Rakai, so bear with me. But I started Dear Black Gay Men when I got stood up for a date years ago in 21. Then we started posting the podcast, my solo podcast on Wednesdays, and we went live starting in 22. So we're going to call this officially season 3 of Dear Black Gay Men, and y'all are on the first one, so that's very exciting. Today, my guests are both returning for their second go at the Jay the Gentleman Rodeo. I remember Puddles during foreplay came up as very, very important to one of our guests, and the other is against dating of any kind, probably because he's a Sagittarius and he's booked and busy. So how I get another session with either of these men must be because of either my titty meat and all this body I done put on, or my winning smile. Either way, this three-way is about to be absolutely lit. Welcome to the show, our self-professed light-skinned nigga with the tattoos and our resident soft top, Cash and Torrian B.
What's up?
Yo,
Good morning, teammates.
You are a mess. I love it.
I got poppers and lube on my table right here, just FYI.
Oh, God.
Mine isn't too far.
Happy Pride.
Happy Pride.
It is Pride here in Atlanta, so that's very big for us.
It's Pride every day in Atlanta.
Well, that's true too.
Everybody in Atlanta is just a little bit gay, so it's always Pride. But because it is officially Pride, Cash, you are in the car because you are booked and busy. This is literally, he stopped by this show on the way from one event going to another. So thank you so much for joining us this afternoon.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Okay, so every week I try to start with questions from the DMs. And one question that always happens is, what have you had it with? Torrian, I'm going to start with you. What have you had it with in Black gay culture?
Ooh, I've had it with putting down bottoms in Black gay culture. I love bottoms. I celebrate bottoms. I feel like they get a bad rep. And I'm tired of it. Yeah, we need more love for bottoms.
You know, if I hear like a man, any kind of man, a butch queen, a femme queen, a masculine man, a feminine man, if anybody ever says I'm a bottom, like they whisper that in my ear, immediate turn on. You can get anything from me. You can get anything from me if you say those words, I'm a bottom. Oh my God, that'll.
And you find
you could. Now, different than Torrian, like you could fuck me and be a bottom. I don't give a damn. Like, let's just come. Let's absolutely come.
That's all that matters.
That's all that matters. Let's just come. We can come. Let's come. Okay, Cash, what have you had it with in Black gay culture?
I've had it with these I know my body ass bitches. You know, at a certain age, I think you should master cleaning that ass. And it baffles me that the girls are still boo-booing on themselves at 30 and 40 years old. And I'm not laughing, bitch. I'm dead ass serious, bitch. This shit needs to stop. Damn it.
Oh God. So That would you. So
Oh,
one
this
thing
is gonna
about
be
you,
fun.
Cash. One thing about you is you will always drop a one-liner that comes so far out of left field. It comes,
Oh Lord.
baby. What I tell you, you are good for a key, honey. So, but why do you think? Why is it just be? I mean, you're not a I know my body ass bitch. So, but why is that a thing in our culture? Is it just because douching
It's
take a long time?
no, it's laziness. People, are not clean in real life, and then the girls get drunk, they be on coke, and then they bend over because they high and they horny, and bitch, you have not put the work in. You know what I'm saying? Some people, prep before, but bitch, you know your body so much, but you ate all of this food. You know what I'm saying? You're not eating fibers. You know what I'm saying? Bitches out there get a Pure for Men pill before they come to Atlanta on Pride weekend, and then still boo boo and soy on a nigga. Like, I just think it is lack of rinsing that water deep in that hole, because you have two holes. You have to get in
Yes.
that back door. You can't just clean the living room and not clean that closet. Rinsing water over your asshole is not cleaning
Oh,
it.
I am legitimately crying. I'm crying over
yo,
here.
take me out.
Oh god.
Oh
That
shit.
was just the first fucking question, Cash. Why you do that to me? I got a whole show
Lord.
I got a whole show to do.
Oh, this is gonna
Oh
be fun.
god.
This is gonna
That
be
one
fun.
took me too fast. That took me way too fast.
Wait.
But am I lying?
Okay. No, you're not lying. But here's the flip side of that. Because Torrian and I both talked about shit shaming on the episode that we did together. And the funny thing is, now I'm not into scat. That's not a kink of mine. Some people like being boo-booed on.
Right.
I'm not into that. But for me, if we're dating, if you ain't no hookup, because that's a totally different set of rules.
Yeah.
But if like we're a thing and an accident happens once in a while, that's not a big deal for me as the person who's primarily a top. Now, if it's a hookup, that water better be clear enough to drink.
If it ain't clear, you ain't near, bitch.
If it ain't clear, you ain't near. Baby. Now, I'm just the weird part for me is that this is the first question.
Right.
The first fucking question. And I can't,
Oh,
I don't know where this is gonna go. Where is it gonna go, friend? Okay, let me get myself together. Okay, the next question, because we're talking about big dick energy, if you had to put a number on it, this is one question from a listener. How big is big? Cash, I'll start with you on that one.
It depends on the pussy, because some people have deep pussies, and they know, some people are not good dick takers. So it just depends. People are not properly trained in these streets. They just been over, and that's how people don't get into intimacy. So I think it just depends on the person.
Properly trained, you say? Wait. You can't glass over. You can't go back. Fast forward past that one. Properly trained, you say?
That's what he said.
Because
so what does that mean?
So for instance, you can get like a Roku sized dick and think that is big for you, when it's not really big. You're just penetrating that hole. You know what I'm saying? But you have not learned how to open up your body, and he has not probably used it well on you to open you up. I think people are lazy until they get drunk or high, and then they take all kind of dick. You know what I'm saying? I think it just depends on the person. Because some people are like, that's too big for me, or I would never do it. And then some people like, all I want is the whole arm. You feel me? But some people really like the Roku remote little meat meats,
Little meat
I'm
meat.
one of those.
Little meat meat.
I'm one of those. Like somebody said on a previous episode, they were talking about small dick kings. I appreciate a small dick king, but that's also because I'm not properly trained.
But them little dicks give me gas. Them little dicks give me gas, girl.
Like, what kind of gas are you talking? Like, are you talking about gas in your tummy, or are you talking about like a queef? Because a queef is a good thing.
No,
to me,
like, cause the dick be so little, and they gotta get the strokes in closer. They be pushing all that air up my cat, and they be like, "Damn, your shit talking." No, it's not talking. I have to fart, cause we have put all this air up my butt. You know what I'm saying? The little dicks, Give me gas.
Okay.
Yo,
Okay. Torian,
whoa.
I'm gonna let you follow that one up. How big is big?
From now on, I'm answering first on all of these questions. Fuck that. I'm not.
God,
I'm not doing little meat. No meat. All right. So,
this is too much.
all right.
This is way too much. Okay.
This is way too much, and we're only fucking 10 minutes in. Okay.
10 minutes. Okay.
All right.
So how big is big to you, Tori? And now, granted enough, you're not taking dick, so there.
Right.
That's that.
I think I agree with Cash that like it really does depend on the person. But I mean, if we want to be technical, right? Like if we want to be data, put in the numbers, like 5 to 6, I think is average size. Now,
like, hold on. Now I will tell you, I got a button over here. Because I knew you would. You one of the science girlies, so I'm like,
I'm just saying, I have to give
pull
grace
a PowerPoint
to those.
presentation out of his right pocket.
I'm not going to do all of that, but I want to. Because I mean, truth be told, Cash said it that sometimes a 6 is big to some people, right? And and then for some 6 is like, give me more. Right. And then for some people, a 9 is too small for you. Like, nigga, what? What's the ruler? You know what 9 inches look like, my guy? Like, what?
I got to ask him a question, Professor J, on that, because he can't fast forward on that. You said the average size is a 6 or 7. Now, is that according to Google or is that according to the girls? Because according to Google, the average size in America is about a 5-inch.
No, that's what I said. I said a 5 or a 6.
Oh,
that's what I said.
6 or 7.
But now,
5 or 6.
But again, the girls, especially the black girls, we know that we are not average. Nothing about black anything is ever average. We are the standard bearers and everything, I believe.
I mean, whatever works for whatever works, as Cass said, for your cat, let it work for your cat.
That's the t-shirt. Whatever works for your cat works for your cat. Okay, let's take a break right there because I can't keep going. I can't keep going.
Yo.
Oh my goodness, that took me out. Oh. When we come back, we are going to be talking with our guests, Cash and Tori, on what Big Dick Energy is. This is Big Dick Energy Explained. You can take the title down, but we'll be right back.
Get in the conversation.
This comment says, I did a good job. It's time for a congratulatory ejaculation session.
Chat live on the show and get exclusive content.
The bottoms are going to eat me up for this in the chat.
Join the Dear Black Gay Men Insiders group on Facebook.
If you like talking about shit that's a little petty, a little sexy,
and gay as hell,
then get your good things ready. Dear Black Gay Men Live is coming to Washington, D.C. September 8th. We're bringing your favorite podcasts. We're bringing all the vibes. We've got the wine flowing, and all you got to do is bring your ass. It's September 8th in Washington, D.C. Register now at dearblackgaymen.com/events/DC. The link is in the description. Now, let's get back into the show. So it's funny, I'm sitting in the same chair, wearing the same color as the commercial. That always gets me. But welcome back to Dear Black Gay Men Live. Remember, the conversation continues at the after party on Patreon tonight, right after the show. Starts at 8:45. Join us on Patreon. The link is in the description. I talked to Torrian in season 1 of this show on an episode called Tops Explained, and he said this. Check it out.
I believe I've been told I have husband dick, right? And if I'm being completely honest, like, yes, I'm a top. Yes, I top. However, there are also things that I'm like, I've asked my doctor literally, like, how can I make my dick bigger?
Then Cash joined me on our episode called Verse Bottom Explained, and he said this. Watch.
I enjoy dick, and I got a long dick, and I like to use it. A lot of people don't know I have fucked females before. I have front and back door.
What about you, Kraig? Does size matter?
It does. I've been throwing this pussy a long time, and I feel like it's gonna give Goldilocks to the 3 bears. This dick is too little. This dick is alright. This dick is just right.
So now that we've gotten all of that out, I'm going to be talking with our guest today, Torrian and Cash, about what big dick energy actually is. So let me tell y'all how good the production team is here at Dear Black Gay Men Live. So anytime y'all get too sciencey, Torrian, or y'all go off the deep end, Cash, I got a sound effect. Hold on. Can you hear this?
But that thing be thangin'.
So if you hear that sound, some red mayday, reel it back in.
Got it.
Okay.
I promise
So
that's the
the
last
first-
scientific thing I'm saying. Last thing.
Okay. Thank God. Okay. So I'm gonna start with you, Torrian.
What's
What
up?
is big dick energy to you?
Oh, I think for me, it's just like it's your energy. It's what you bring. It's how you show up. Like confident, assertive. Like you know what you want. You know who you are, and you just you can step in a room and demand whatever you want.
Do you have to have a big dick to have that?
I don't think so. I mean, I think it helps. I think it helps, but I don't think you have to have that to have BDE.
What about you, Cash? What is big dick energy to you?
I kind of don't even like those three words together because you have a big dick doesn't mean you have the energy. You know what I'm saying? One thing about energy, it can't be destroyed. It can only be transferred. So I believe it's not predicated upon size. But, I feel like if you have big dick energy, it's not just you can fuck, but can you pay a bill on time, bitch? You know what I'm saying? Like, can you do other things that deem you a boss and a man? Because I feel like a lot of men have big coochie energy. You know what I'm saying? With a big dick. And their tops and that, some big dicks go limp, bitch. You know what I'm saying? I think males have feminine and masculine energy. So I feel like just because you got a 13-inch wee-wee does not mean you giving it up like that, because some niggas ain't shit. What energy are you giving? Like, who are you when nobody's watching you? Like, you can only fuck down and be daddy because you in the bedroom, or are you daddy everywhere in your job and all your regular life?
Okay. So I'm so glad you said that, because now I got more questions. So like, daddy, let me tell you this. Vulnerable moment. I have been called a daddy a couple times here recently, and I don't know what that is, because in my head, I'm one of the girls.
But you have a dad bod.
But does that by itself give me like license to be somebody's daddy?
I don't think so. I think if you're talking about visually speaking, it can add to it. But I think it's more of like, when you think about a daddy, one, you think about someone who is older or who gives a more mature, like assertive, very like dominant kind of an energy, right? It's like, oh, I'm willing to submit to you because you're daddy, right? You're giving daddy vibe. So it's sort of like that BDE. It's that big dig energy that you just like, what's up? Come over here. You know what I mean? Like, do what I want you to do, and you do it.
Okay. Do you get that? Because Torrian, Kaz, you don't know Torrian, but Torrian is like 19 feet tall. He is the tallest man on the planet. But like, do you get that from your height or other aspects? Do you get daddy?
Yeah.
Daddy.
I give that. Yeah.
You give it, or do you get that from other people?
That's a good question. I mean, there's a couple people that have gotten it from before. But again, I'm ultimate daddy, though. So you can give me daddy, that's fine. But I am daddy plus. So
what does that mean?
That means that at the end of the day, you're going to submit to me. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me how you show up.
Okay, that could be a whole show by itself. I can't go there. Do you get daddy, Cash?
Yeah, I'm 5'7", but I'm 7'9" in my mind. And anybody that's gonna be my daddy is gonna have to pay child support. You get it. You
Okay.
feel me? I feel like some people use the term daddy because they have past trauma of issues. Some people fuck not because they're whores, they're hurt, bitch, and you're just available for them to feel any type of way. And it's, you know, a lot of people tend to call people daddy that ain't a man. I've done it, you know, but I think daddy is in the eyes of the booty hole. You know what I'm saying? It depends on how you fucking her. You know what I'm saying? I've had 6'9" niggas bent over calling me daddy, and it didn't make me feel no, you know, because I am a real dad and I am a man. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes
Yes.
I was baby mama. You know what I'm saying? I'm versatile with it in the roles of what somebody needs. I think it's, you know, important to express those things during sex on how somebody made you feel. Made you feel like a little
Okay.
girl. You know what I'm saying? Period.
Okay, so let me broaden the conversation. Because the reason what came up to me is I do think, and I'm gonna get a little scientific, not scientific, but a little psychological
Can we
here.
press the button on you?
No, I'm the host. But like, I am curious. We are a culture of broken people. There is a lot of trauma in our culture. And could our kind of attraction to big dick energy or daddies or dad vibes be because there is like a unloved part of us that is looking to submit? I'll start with you, Torrian, while Cash gets it together.
I mean, of course, the answer is yes, right? Like, of course, that can be some people's motivation for getting a daddy and, you know, wanting and desiring that energy. And it could also it just could very be that that's just who you are. That's just what you want to submit. You found power in submission. And I think, you know, that's fine too. Yeah, but I think yeah, you absolutely, like you said, a bunch of us are broken. Many of us are broken, particularly Black gay men. And so, yeah, many of us seek, I mean, and honesty, I think I've navigated unhealed, broken places differently, right? Early on in my life before I sought therapy and got healed, right? And so, you know, I think, you know, we all come with certain things. And so, of course, that impacts how we show up. But I think that's not everybody's story. That's not everybody's desire or reason.
Yeah, it's just, I just noticed like when I cuddle with somebody, there's a lot of men, regardless of position, that want to be a small spoon. And I always wonder if that's because a lot of us want to be nurtured. A lot of us want to be held and cared for. And we're looking for people in our lives that could give us that energy. Is that, do you, since Kraig, because you're the most versatile person on the call, is that, have you seen that?
Yes, and I also have seen where growing up, you know, in the era that I grew up in, we didn't learn how to love another man because your sexuality was hidden. So I think it's harder for two men to date each other because we don't know how to love on one another. Like we was taught not to hug each other, not to kiss each other, you know, like certain things were gay, you know what I'm saying? Now everything is so cultured now. The shit that we was talked about, niggas are painting their nails, you know what I'm saying, straight men. So I think it does play a great deal of trauma when it comes to the bedroom and what the word daddy really means to a person because of abandonment issues, fear of rejection, not just rejection, but the fear of it. I think we use terminology as trauma bonding things, even through sex. You know what I'm saying? It's not really that you're daddy. It's I have no control right now over my problems, and sex is the extreme outlet. So you have become my master. But once we nut and I wipe up and I pull my panties up, I go back home. You know what I'm saying? And I'm good until a certain time. And I think some people, you know, use sex as a sport. You know what I'm saying? And really you lose the intimacy part because for so long, starting off when I was gay, I was just screwing, not really enjoying my nut, not really enjoying bottoming, not really enjoying topping. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of ways that can go, but yeah, most definitely.
Okay. I think that's a good place to take a break. Let's take another break. We'll be right back. Or there's music. My bad. Go ahead, Rakai. We talked about what big dick energy is. Now we're going to come back to our guests, Cash and Torrian. We'll talk about the vibes of having or giving big dick energy. This is Big Dick Energy Explained. We'll be right back.
What up, though? The conversations stay lit on Dear Black Gay Men podcast. Hookup, entanglement, situation, relationship, everything from dushing to dating.
A top verb, but I am not a top now.
I am a guru at first dates.
It's new every Wednesday. Subscribe now.
Welcome back to Dear Black Gay Men Live. I'm very excited that this is season 3 and I'm spending it with two people that I've had some of the best conversations with on this show. To keep the conversations happening, though, we need your support. The easiest way to support Dear Black Gay Men is to subscribe on YouTube and turn on the notification so you never miss a post or a live show. If you really love us, you can send us a thanks of any monetary value. Your support allows us to keep this kind of content coming every single week. On YouTube, under this live or any of our content, you can click Send Thanks and select a monetary value and click Buy and Send. Your one-time gift goes straight to the channel and helps us keep the conversation going. You can also join our Patreon. The link is in the description. And as a monthly subscriber, you can join the after party, get exclusive content, and early access to merch and events, just like the one coming up in Washington, D.C. on September 8th. I'm very excited to have everyone here. I really love it, the support that y'all have given us and the show. Now, let's get back into this conversation. Cash, Torrian, y'all got all sexy with the lighting.
Thank you. I'm sorry I had technical difficulty. My little thing fell apart, child. My whole set fell. Normally, I don't want the girls to think I'm homeless. It's just really hard to do it right here. Okay.
We of course don't think you're homeless because we know better. Like I said, you booked and busy. I can't be mad at you. I would just appreciate you for stopping by.
I'm glad to be here.
Okay, so the first question I have, now that we've talked about what big dick energy is and some of the origins of it, if you're vibing with somebody, how can you tell if they have or don't have big dick energy? Torrian, what's a hallmark of somebody who ain't got it?
Who don't have it?
Who don't have it?
To me, is low confidence. If you don't have confidence, then you ain't got BDE.
What does that look like to you specifically?
If you are not walking around with your head held high, if your stance ain't firm, if your walk ain't firm, you know what I mean? If you're slouched over, like, to me, if your presence, it's about how you show up. If your presence isn't confident, you likely aren't confident and you don't have BDE.
Okay, what about you, Cash? Because I got a follow up to both of y'all. What about you, Cash? How do you know if somebody ain't got it?
I kind of just can tell. I've been prostituting for a long time, so I've been around a lot of niggas and a lot of bitch niggas. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people that play in my face, you know, and I know when people are trying to impress me at this point, I can just kind of sense it. You can kind of just tell, like, using your discernment. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are not aware of their surroundings. Like, I know if I'm in a room, even with my friends who are hotheads and who are sensitive, and I know who to say shit to. That's why I'm a good reader. You know what I'm saying? Not just books. I'm talking about the girls, because you got to understand who's in the room and then who is alpha in the room. You know what I'm saying? When there are more than one alpha in the room, and how do you share with somebody that's just as talkative as you are, or somebody that because you got two shy people together, somebody got to fucking speak. Somebody has to be brave. So you can tell in people's mannerisms. You can tell by how they walk, how they carry themselves. You know what I'm saying? It's so easy to get turned off by any little thing. You know, because if you just pay attention, that's what bitches don't do. They're not aware of their surroundings. They don't look around. They don't notice shit until somebody brings it up and say, you know what, I never thought about that. No, bitch, because you never look for it. You know, just very comfortable. But I think it's sometimes can be common sense who is cap, and yeah.
So I think that when I was researching this topic, there is a lot of confusion among the girls, at least the girls that listen to this podcast, about what is masculinity and what is bitchiness. For instance, give you an example. I ain't been in a fight in 15 years, but people call me masculine just because of how I carry myself. But a lot of the girls think that that you're more masculine if you fighting and beating people up and dominating. And for some reason, that is not what I believe. But I want to hear from you, Cash. Like you said, bitch ass niggas. So how can you tell if somebody's bitchy? What are some of the hallmarks of that?
By fake tendencies of conversations. I listen to everything somebody says. If I don't know a person all the way when I meet them, but I know enough by the time I leave. I know your sign. Like when I'm around people, even when I have a hookup, I want to know your sign. I want to know a few things about you, just in case I need to fucking find you. You know what I'm saying? I do my research in it, and there's some people, because I'm a masculine man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people think I put on. I don't know. But though I'm masculine, I have feminine ways. I have feminine energy. You know what I'm saying? And I embrace those things. But I come across men that try to match, and you just need to be yourself. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the feminine tops. They have the best dick. No shade. The
Hey, girl.
they be having the biggest weenies. But I think it's a pissing contest when it comes to men. Like, fuck the gays. We didn't got to the gay arena, but with men, it can be very competitious, and you can kind of tell when somebody is trying to be daddy. And I'm already a father, so when somebody tells me be daddy, and I'm like, you've never even touched pussy, so like, how do you want me to submit to you, and why would I submit to you, and why would you have to make me submit? Because submission can go for me. If you give me something to submit to, I can submit. But if you tell me what to do, bitch, you have become an officer in the law, and bitch, you can't arrest me, bitch. And I want you, like, I don't do handcuffs or none of that, bitch. So like, you can't just come to me and be aggressive and mean, because that's not going to win me. I'm already aggressive. I'm going to pay you. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people just try to exude that energy that is not there. You know what I'm saying? That like, just
hold on
cool.
right there. Hold on, because I got something big right there. When you said, what I hear you saying is that for all intents and purposes, let's call it little dick energy. Little dick energy is trying, while big dick energy is being. Yep. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, you got to be this tall to ride the ride. Some people want to fuck with you, but they're not tall enough. They don't have the capacity enough. You know what I'm saying? They don't have the conversation enough to be decent enough to win you over, but they feel like, because like a lot of people have misconceptions about all of us. Like you said, somebody thinks because of your outer exterior that you're masculine. You know what I'm saying? And we don't give chances to learn people. We just automatically just deem people as, oh, she's a queen, or that ain't real. That's because I've learned, even with trans people, you would think they would want to get dick down, but they have big dick energy. They want booty too. Just because you get
being.
Yeah. Yes. Absolutely.
That's big. That's big.
Yeah. So I just embrace people that are feminine, because there's nothing wrong with it. I embrace people that are masculine. There's nothing wrong with it. Some people are both. Why can't people just be humans that are being? Just be. Just be.
There go Rakai.
Hey
girl.
Hey, girl. I don't know what happened. Like, mine just refreshed. So sorry, guys. Let me exit. Hey, girl. Now.
Oh, just gonna be an interesting threesome.
I thought
just turn it to a four-way.
I was gonna say, who's coming in?
Just turn it to a four-way. Okay, Torrian, I'm gonna give you the last question, because I am curious about this, and this is gonna roll over into the after show. So, can you top somebody with little dick energy and it be good?
For me, no.
Yes.
No, not for me, because I don't like somebody. I don't like somebody who's lazy. I don't like somebody to just lay there and, like, here, take me. Like, nah, I need you to put some work in. Like, I need you to, again, show up. And show up doesn't mean necessarily that you are taking control or that you're still not being submissive, but there is a certain aura. There's a certain, like Cash said, being about you that has to be present. You know what I mean? I like a man that's confident. I don't want no pushover ass nigga. Like, that doesn't work for me. You know what I mean? Like, I want someone who can lead, because I'm a leader. And if you're a leader, you have to be also a good follower. So I don't mind if a person, Cash said it, right? And I think the other part too is that, like, Jill Scott said it too, right? That, like,
if you can tell me what to do, you can tell me what to fucking do.
But if you can't tell me what to do,
you can't tell me what to do.
Right?
Oh my God, baby. What I tell you, that's the t-shirt.
That's the thing. You know what I mean? That, like, you know, because even as a top, like, this is what you alluded to earlier, right? That, like, I say a soft top because I'm not gonna like, bitch, I'm not gonna hit you in the head with a billy club and drag you by your neck and, like, take you anywhere. You know what I mean? Like, that's not how I operate.
But isn't that because you got big dick energy? Because if someone literally beats someone up in a relationship, to me, that is a red flag of insecurity.
Fair.
Like, I ain't got to be neither one of y'all up if we disagree about anything, because you're you, I'm me. I don't give a damn. You can't make me shit. So like Monique said, she said, well, you could disagree. What you gonna do? Because I guarantee you can't beat me up. Like,
right.
I think that's the biggest hallmark of big dick energy is I guarantee you can't beat. What you gonna do?
Yeah.
And both of y'all light skinned niggas be asking people, what you gonna do?
And actually, no, do something. Fuck that. Do something.
That's because you from New Jersey. That's because you from Jersey. Ash is from Columbus, Georgia. I dare you to try something on him.
It's Columbus, baby.
Okay. Let's get ready for a break. But before we go to break, I'm going to address one of these comments. There is someone in here who said, why do we always lead with sex? This is one of the reasons why so many straight people can't see the humanity. Too much focus on drugs and sex. Spread more love. I appreciate that comment. But let me say one thing. Centering the fragility of straight people or the fragility of non-black people or the fragility of insecure people is never going to be anything that we do on this particular channel. If you want us to pander to straight people in this gay conversation on Dear Black Gay Men, and I guarantee you, I would recommend you log off. If you want to hear our conversations as a spectator or a participant, then you're more than welcome to stay. But we ain't talking about straight niggas ever. I appreciate you. I love you for real. But this ain't the place for that. Now, let's take a break.
Hit the notification bell because we're going live.
Like, that's the least of my worries. The size.
Oh, I think relationships are becoming more complex.
Tuesday and Thursday every week.
Welcome to Dear Black Gay Men Live
at 9 p.m. Eastern.
Okay, before we go too far, this is normally where I close the show, but before we do so, I want to say happy birthday, Torrian.
Aw, thank you.
Torian's birthday is coming up next week.
Thank you.
Next week on Tuesday, and he is going to be a magnificent age, whatever that age is going to be. And so I want to send you some happy birthdays. He is in DC. He will not be in DC for my live show, which
I'm mad about that. I'm so mad about that.
I'm mad about it too. But again, that's what happens when I'm talking to people that are booked and busy. Cash over here trying to make sure he not homeless, even though he's booked and busy and well paid. And Torrian is going to be traveling the world doing the work of the people for my live show. So that's what happens when you have important friends. I do want to thank both of my guests, Tori and Cash. Remember, the after show with both of them starts in 5 minutes at 8:45 on Patreon. I don't know if it's because I'm getting older or maybe it's because I'm coming up on 3 years being single, but the things that used to turn me on don't hit like they used to. There was a time when pretty feet like Torrian has, or tattoos like Cash has, or big dicks or fat asses were enough to keep me interested, but now not so much. When I think about my relationships, the good and the bad, regardless of how big or fat or pretty any aspect of those men were, what I remember is how they made me feel and the memories we made together. You see, when I stopped fucking parts of a man enough to make memories with the whole man, I think that's when the good shit happens. So, dear Black gay men, it's not all about the dick. That was our show. I am Jay the Gentleman. That's at JAI the Gentleman on IG and Facebook. If this episode made you feel a little more dope, be sure to subscribe on YouTube, like the video, and share it with someone who needs a dopeness reminder. Dear Black Gay Men podcast is new every Wednesday. You can stream it on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. And Dear Black Gay Men Live is new every Thursday. So follow at Dear Black Gay Men on social so you never miss a thing. I am Jay the Gentleman. This has been Dear Black Gay Men Live. I will see you in DC on September 8th, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.